Welcome, friends. It is I, Hi-Rez Studios, and it's time for the vlog. And it's a late vlog because I was just busy with a lot of family stuff and things. Not really sure what the hell I'm going to talk about today. In the background is Nausea, and I don't remember why this isn't a vlog. Why is a vlog game? Actually, I think I remember why. I performed pretty well, but it's just, well, you'll see how it goes. You'll see how it goes. You'll see why it's probably not really material for just doing a main game. Or maybe you won't see it and I'm crazy. But here's the vlog game, Nausea, and it's fun to play. SWC coming up next week. I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know. We'll probably host it again so people can just chat and stuff, but I'm not gonna stream while watching it or anything like that. I'm gonna just watch it and work on content, and there you go. SWC. So I can get to watch the pros play, get to see how China performs, how Australia performs, just seeing how the other countries perform, and seeing if any of them can dethrone NA or EU. It'd be very interesting to see any of them beat NA or EU, considering the circumstances that they got to deal with. It'd be pretty cool to see all that. I'm not interested in all the fluff, though. I'm not interested in... I'm only interested in watching the matches. That's it. It's going to be cool to see they can just interview people that, well, we've seen in the Smite community. That's cool right there. And I'll probably look at that in VOD, but not in live. I'm going to watch most of the stuff in VOD, besides, well, the pro games, just so I can see all the other things that happen, but I really want to just see the pro games and work on content at the same time. I go back to work on the 11th. Back to work on the 11th, so I'm going to be really busy getting ready for all that, and like, I've already talked about evolution and all that stuff, how we're going to improve during the coming months and improve again in the summer, so that's going to be coming up. Coming up this week is going to be very interesting what's going to happen here. We're going to, I think it's starting this week, yeah. We're going to take a break from Smite for a week. Just a short break. We're going to have a second LP up for a while, and then we'll come back to Smite in a week. So that's what's just going to happen there. And it's just to give Jinx a break. She starts school this week. I start school in a little bit, but I start work next week. So it's going to get busy. So for a transition a little bit, just no Smite for a little bit. That's what's going to happen. Anyway, everyone's going to be anticipating SWC and all that stuff. And so yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's all the Smite stuff, really. I don't know. Season 3, not really looking forward to it. It's gonna just be a lot more broken gods, and I'm not looking forward to the beads nerf. I'm really not. CC is stupid in this game, and the fact people are okay with beads nerf shows it blows my mind, is what it does. It blows my mind that that people are okay with a nerf to beads. Beads are stupidly necessary in this game because CC is stupidly just overused in the game. There is too much freaking CC in the game, and it's just, oh my god. Because of that, beads is very necessary, so is Aegis. But people are okay with those getting nerfed, and that bothers me a lot, because beads and Aegis are worth so much because they have to counter so much CC. But people are okay with it, and so, I don't know. Not a fan of that at all. Not a fan whatsoever. We're going to see the Japanese Pantheon. I'm assuming that the first god of Season 3 will be Japanese. Maybe the first couple ones, maybe the first 2 or 3, and then we'll see them do other gods from other pantheons again. But it's going to definitely be Japan a little bit at first. Most likely. Could be wrong. We'll see. And that should be interesting to see what it is. Yeah, versus some data mining. I think data mining said, Amaterasu? A tiramisu cake? Amaterasu? That might be the first one. I believe that was the data mine. Is that true or not? Who knows? I would like to see that one be the first one just because I'm a fan of Okami. That's about it. We'll see with that. So, life. Talk about life a little bit. Let's take stock in the channel. Do that first, before I talk about other things. Take stock in the channel. We are about 9.3 thousand subs, 4,000 Twitch followers, 1,000 Twitter followers. Pretty good. Resolutions, goal is to double all of that, so 20,000 followers, 20,000 subs is the goal. That's totally doable. We'll try to pull that out. For Twitch, 8,000. Over the bigger goal, of course, is getting a sub button, which we haven't had any luck with yet. Twitter, the same thing. About 2K followers would be cool. Just doubling up every year is the goal there. Just get bigger and bigger as we go forward. And I gotta do more of the community. Gonna do some more Patreon exclusives to reward those who are patrons on Patreon. I'm gonna look into Discord. I gotta look into Discord if I want to use that. We have like 50 people on GameVox, but maybe Discord would be a good alternative. Or just have both. We could just do both. Discord is a chat program through a browser, so that's not a bad thing there, but it can be a bit finicky and not work out too well at sometimes as well. But it wouldn't hurt to also do Discord as well. So I'm going to look into doing that in the new year. We gave out over 100 games in December. We gave out, Lord knows how many games throughout the entire year, maybe 200 to 300 games cumulatively throughout the entire year. Gave out a lot of Smite stuff. We gave out a lot of things. And it's thanks to you, the viewers, for that. Your donations of just Smite stuff and game stuff, and the patrons, and just watching the videos. The ad money allows us to buy things as well for the channel and to buy games to give away. That's why we're able to give away so much. We're going to give away more this year. And once I'm able to get a job, I'll put in my own money to put more games out there. That'd be really cool. More games for everyone to play. That's awesome. A lot of people won some games. One person got lucky. They won 4 games out of the December thing. Out of the 100 plus games we gave out, 4 of them went to the same person. They were just lucky. And some people commented on every video and they didn't win anything, which is unfortunate, but that's just the power of luck. RNG right there. Some people get a lot of luck, some people don't. That's just too bad, but you'll have a chance sometime in the future to win a game. That's for sure. Like, we're not done giving games away. It's always nice to give people games to try out. It's always fun to play all these different games. We got donated a copy of Rollers of the Realm, so we can now give away that pinball RPG. We got a copy of that. This is what happens is sometimes we do a one-shot in a game, and a viewer really likes it to the point that they donate us a copy so that we can give it away. That's really nice. That's pretty cool right there, and Rollers of the Realm is one of them. There's a couple other ones, I just can't remember them off the top of my head. But channel, we're just going to go as strong as we can, as always. I'm going to be as entertaining as I can be with the Twitches and the videos and everything. Going forward, of course, as always, just trying to do my best. I would like to see an optimization patch before Season 3 starts, though, because a lot of people are having frame issues. A lot of people. And I'd rather they not, you know? And hopefully they listen. That Hi-Rez finally listens. Because I complained a lot. Other content creators complained a lot. Just people in general complain on Reddit a lot. Now Weekend's complaining about it. Look, if they don't listen to Weekend, who's like their second most popular person ever behind DM, then, I don't know. I just don't know why Hi-Rez just won't do an optimization patch then. I just don't know. It really needs one, though. I have just seen Smite just progress worse and worse and worse over time, and I would like to see an optimization patch. Just a full-blown one. Just a lot of work put into that so that the game just runs better. And people are pointing that out as just a problem with the game, is that it's becoming worse and worse for potato players, people with potato computers to play. Well, it's easier for them to play on Dota and League of Legends, and even just lesser MOBAs. They're just, HOTS. They're just able to play on those a lot easier, just not having the same problems. Like, well, crap. That's not good for Smite. It's not good for Hi-Rez. It's not good at all. But we'll see how they go and see if they do an optimization. I really hope they do. They need one. Really bad. It's not good. Let's see, other things. Fallout, still going forward, Fallout. Not sure what we're hoping after Fallout. Just been doing a lot of Fallout. I enjoy Fallout a lot. I really do. By the way, we have the top 10 list for the one-shots. It's out. The top 10 list in general will come out in the future, and we'll see how everyone receives. That's going to be an interesting list for sure. I didn't get to play everything. That's just how you can't play every game. I'd like to play every game. When we become full-time in the distant future, we might be able to play every game. I will burn out from playing every single game, but that'll be really cool to do, wouldn't it? I hope so. Yeah. So, the vlog's late because I was just gone with family the entire day yesterday. And I did a lot of things. My cousin taught me how to shoot guns as a Christmas present. I'm not a guns person, but he taught me how to shoot guns. I shot like 500, 600 rounds. That was something. Used a Glock, 9mm, and then a bunch of different rifles. It's a .308, and then other sizes, which I don't remember right now. The 308's powerful as balls. It's a bolt action. It just slams into you when you fire, and I fired that thing off a lot. So my shoulder hurts like hell, but it was fun just shooting these guns off. Now, for me, it's not about the power of the weapons. It's more about skill and precision for me. Like, I think I do the same thing with archery. Is trying to hit the bullseye and just trying to shoot the same spot over and over again. Just accuracy. I'm more interested in a skill base for that than, the capacity to jack someone up with a gun. That's what I'm more interested in. Forget the power. I'm more interested in the skill of it. And so I was just trying to just aim very well and very precise, and my cousin said I was doing pretty good, so that's good. I'm more interested in that. My family wants to go out shooting every couple months, and I'm like, okay, well, all right. Now I just want to just see how good I can get at it. And my cousin is a Marine that trains Marines. Like, he's been in the Marines for about 15-ish years, and so he taught very well. I understood all the stuff very well. He was going to be cautious and everything. It was very interesting time. And after that, the family wanted to go out and do other things. So I'm going to tell you this story because you will either enjoy or cringe. But more gun stuff if you like guns. I don't really know. I'm not really a gun person, so I don't know much about guns. But I shot, was it an AR-22? I don't know what I shot. I shot 3 different 9mm Glocks. There's like a smaller one, and then my cousin said it's a stage. One of them's a stage 2 Glock. Apparently, it's like 10 steps. You know what that is, and you know what the hell he's talking about. And so he's at step 2, and you can't wait to make it like better. And those who don't know, who haven't shot guns, pistols are a pain in the ass to aim correctly. Holy crap! Rifles are a lot easier. Rifles are very precise. And so my cousin was saying it. Rifles are a lot easier to shoot. They're a bigger thing to hold, but they're more accurate. So if you had to defend yourself, rifles all the way, and all that stuff. And trying to get my dad into buying a rifle and stuff like that. And so I just shot off a bunch of guns, bunch of rifles and pistols, and just doing 100 yards, 50 yards, 25 yards, 10 yards, 15 yards. Pistols were 25 and 10. 15 was for, I can't remember what the hell that one was for. I think they were just calibrating their weapons on the 15. And then 50 and 100 was for certain rifles, and then the 308 was for the 50 and the 100. And I was doing it all standing up. That you could also lay down for precise shooting and sit down for precise shooting. I was standing up and shooting. That's the way I was doing. I'm like, I'm gonna be a man about this. An imprecise man, but I'm gonna be a man about this and hold up these big weapons, these heavy ass guns. Because like my cousin's a Marine, so he's got all the bells and whistles. He's got scopes on it. He's got the sights and the scope, and then he's got a flashlight on the side of it. And then he's got these grips and everything. Like, he's customized the hell out of his rifle because he just wants to be ready for whatever. And so it's heavy as balls, holding this damn thing, shooting off a bunch of rounds, reloading, shooting a bunch of rounds, reloading, and stuff like that was interesting. Interesting, the mechanics of a gun, of a weapon, and just trying to get into black. I got the black a lot. I got the bullseye a few times, so I felt pretty confident. But I just enjoyed the bolt action, just because the bolt action is more of a, I don't know, it feels more visceral when you have to reload it every shot. That felt more visceral. But they're telling me it's more of an animal hunting weapon because you take your time with that weapon. Because, well, you can only do one shot at a time. So yeah, but just shot a bunch of things, and it's just interesting. Like, some people really like the power of weapons. They really enjoy the power in their hands. I'm not really interested in that. Personally, I'm more interested in just being skillful and aiming correctly and getting the target right. That's what I'm more interested in. I'm not interested in hunting animals or anything like that. Some people, they get a real charge out of doing that. No, not me. After that, we had pho. If you ever had pho, pho's great. After that, we went to a winery. Another gift was a $1,000 wine tasting. And those of you who drink wine, of the older age of those who watch these vlogs, I don't know jack crap about wine, so it was actually a waste. It was wasted on me. Jinx actually knows wines, apparently. And I'm going to mispronounce a lot of things. But went to this winery, $1,000 wine tasting. We were in this special room called the library. There's this big table, and we're just surrounded by wine. And apparently the wines are their limited series. The last 500 wines they have are stored in the library. It's like, holy crap. Like, whatever they don't have any more of, like there's only 500 left, it's all stored in this library for special occasions or just higher level purchases. Because, the older they get and the rarer they are, the more they're worth. So that's what they're doing. And so I learned a lot about wine. I learned about, you let the wine breathe, and you swirl the wine, and you look at the color, and you smell the wine, and stuff like that. And I learned about grapes and how they're hella sweet, apparently, and how they're different from supermarket grapes and all this stuff. It's very interesting learning about wine. But apparently the way it works is you sip it. The way it works is you take the wine, you look at the wine, look at the color, appreciate the color, then you smell it, and then you swirl it in the glass to aerate it, to make it breathe, and then you smell it again because it's a different smell now because all the oxygen is introduced to the wine, and then you take a sip. The first sip cleans your palate because it's just being affected by whatever's on your tongue from whatever you ate or drank earlier. Then the second time acclimates your second sip acclimates your taste buds, and then the third sip you're actually tasting the wine. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this. So the first one was called something Le Rêve, and it was apparently, I think it was a Roman wine, and or a Roman Italian wine or something like that. It's apparently just the wine of dreams or something. what it stands for, like something Rev. I'm like, okay, all right. And then, so first sip, this is awful. Second sip, still awful. Third sip, yeah, no, not feeling it. And then, like, all right, well, all right, so that's the first one. Then I just drank the whole damn thing. I was like, down the hatch. I'll tell you right now, I was not aware you're supposed to just sip it and then dump it. Like, I thought you weren't supposed to waste the wine. So, that's one glass down. The next wine is called... So, another thing is, you go from, like, light wines to heavy wines, apparently. Because if you do a heavy wine first, then your taste buds won't taste anything else out. You go from lighter to darker. So, the next one was called a Meritage, or a Meritage, and it's a combination of marriage and heritage, and it was like a combination of certain grapes from certain places or something, so it's a marriage of heritage or something like that. And here's an interesting fact, they were talking about bottles, and how the different shapes of bottles meant the different wineries they came from. If you had like a short stout bottle, it came from one place. You have like a tall one that we usually think of as a wine bottle, that came from a different place. So they explained that. So this different wine bottle was from just a different style, so it was in a different kind of bottle. Because they all came from the same winery. And it was called the Meritage. And same thing. Sip. I'm like, not really feeling this drink. Third sip, yeah, really not feeling it. During this entire thing, my family's here, and my uncles are like big wine people, and they are just blowing these wines. They're like, oh, the aroma is so good. There's this great nutty taste, and there's really a buttery taste to this one, and you can smell the wood. I'm like, I don't know any of this. I have no idea. And then, so, like, third sip, like, okay. I'm like, all right, well, that wasn't very great. Down the hatch. Drank my second glass of wine. Third wine is this thing called the 2012 7 or something. And the way this works is every year they take some of the wines. And 2012 is when they release the wine. And then the 7 stands for, that's when they harvest it in 2007. And so every year they do a special batch where their not brewmaster, but whatever, their wine person makes a special kind. This one had like cinnamon and some sort of spice in it. And it's like, okay, first sip, don't taste cinnamon, just taste not something I like, because I don't like wine. Second sip, yep, not a fan. Third sip, yep, really not feeling it right now. Nope. My uncles are just really into it. My aunt's also way into it. Like, it's me and my family's like 10 people. Very expensive thing. I have rich relatives, and they live at this winery pretty much. It's an area that has a bunch of wineries, and so they're members of all these wineries, and so they go here all the time. They took me to it, and down the hatch. Third glass of wine, down the hatch. Fourth wine is another one. It's like a 2010 4 or something. And this time it had like nutmeg or something in it, and it had like a more of an oaky taste apparently. Tasted none of that. Down the hatch. Fifth wine. Can't even remember what it's called anymore. I can't even remember what it's called, but it was another darker wine. And suffice to say, down the hatch. So 5 wines in here. Family's just really enjoying this stuff. They're really liking it. So this time they changed up, like, we're gonna have a Riesling this time, is my understanding is what it's called. But it's like a Merlot something or something like that. Also learned a white wine never sees a barrel, and red wine see the barrel twice. Because the way it works is the juice from a grape is clear, and what makes it have pigment is the skins. So a white wine is just, they never saw a barrel, while the red wines, they've been in barrels for who knows how many years. Apparently a young wine is 3 years old. So wine is fermented for a long time. Is ferment the right word? It's there for a long time. They also explained why you don't leave a bottle standing up, because it could turn the bottle into vinegar or get a mildewy thing. Because just air going through the cork vertically, that's why you're apparently supposed to lay down wine bottles, not stand them up, which was interesting to learn. But that's how you can have wine. Also, just room temperature can affect how making wine turn into vinegar. That was interesting. So we had a Riesling thing. It wasn't as meaty to drink. That was great. But still, not much of a fan of it. And down the hatch. 6 wines. We're at 6 wines here. I'm feeling the wine. I just wasn't feeling the flavor of the wine. Uncles are huge fans. Aunts are huge fans. And my cousin's like, whatever. Like, but they like wine. Everyone in my family likes wine. I'm the black sheep when it comes to wine. Everyone likes wine but me. Like, okay, alright, okay. That's wine number 6. I'm really hoping I find one I like soon. Really hoping. It's warm in here. It's really warm in here. Hope I find one soon. Wine 7. I don't remember what it's called anymore. It's something. Drank it. There you go. Wine 8. Wine 8 was like a mix of wine and a brandy? Or no. Was it brandy or bourbon? Mix of wine and... I'm going to say bourbon. It might be brandy. Wine and bourbon. And this thing is the darkest purple you'll ever see. It is the absence of light. It is a black hole of light. You do not see anything in this wine. It is dark. And it's like, holy crap. Okay, this is a dark one. All right. All right. So the way this one works is you sip it, and then you have to eat a truffle. And then you sip it again. And apparently the combination of these two is the most amazing taste ever. That's why they save it for last. All right. Okay. All right. Sip. All right. It tastes strong. All right. 2. All right. 3. Okay, I feel like I'm in a swamp. This is a really deep taste I'm having here. It's a strong taste. All right, my uncles are really enjoying it. Then to do the truffle part, and my uncle's like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is the best wine they have had this night. Holy crap, it is great. I'm like, all right, okay, all right, here we go. Chocolate, all right, chocolate tastes fine. It's truffle, okay. And then drink it. Oh my god. No. Down the hatch, by the way. After that, I'm like, yeah, okay. Didn't want to waste the wine. I thought I wasn't supposed to waste the wine. It's like later on I find out, everyone's been dumping their wines. I'm on 8 wines right now. I'm on 8 different wines, and I'm getting really warm. So, they say when you're drunk, a number of things, but some argue that you see the true character of a person when they're drunk, and sometimes you see the darkness within them when they're drunk, or some other things that people say, or maybe the bad side that they hold back. Me, I was hyper as fudge. I was hyper, very hyper. My head's darting around. I'm just looking around like, okay. There's things over here. There's things over here. It was like I was on freaking coffee, apparently. That's how I was, which is weird because alcohol's a downer. But I was just darting. I was darting around like, okay, all right, okay. Same. I know I was tipsy. I knew I was there because I felt wobbly, very wobbly. But I was just kept looking around, trying to stay cognizant. I'm like, okay, I've got a lot of energy. By the way, I did not go to bed until like 4 a.m. last night. I had a lot of energy. Maybe 3 a.m. I might be conservative. 3 a.m. for sure. Most likely, maybe 4 a.m. because I got home at like 2. So it was really late when I finally got home. But it's 8 glasses of wine. And then they want to go to the restaurant, and they wanted more wine. See, they're okay to have more wine because they've just been sipping. I've been drinking a 9th glass of wine, and it's like Zwendel. Jinx knows this one, so she'll put it on the screen. The actual Zwidel. I'll put the actual name of the wine on the screen here, and I had that, and it was also okay. Just learning I am not a wine person at all. I am a cider man. I've mentioned this in Twitch. Like, I love cider. Alcoholic cider, great. 9% is the highest you can get in cider, as my understanding. Love that stuff. These wines were like 14%, like 15%, I think 16%. I'm going to say 19% was one of them, but I don't know if that's actually a number. I'm just going to guess that because my memory is saying there's a 19, but I don't remember. Wine's a 9%. I mean, not wine. Cider's a 9%. Cider can still get you good because you drink a lot of it because cider's awesome. But this is wine. This is a different fruit. And so, yeah, I'm on 9 glasses of wine here. But I kept it together pretty well. I didn't act a fool because that's not what I do. But, yeah, 9 glasses of wine in one day. This is over the course of maybe 2 hours? 9 glasses in 2 hours? Yeah, I think so. I don't know if drunk's the right word. I think it was just tips the hell off. That's really what it was. 9 glasses of wine, they'll do that to you. And I was like, all right. And it's like a really expensive dinner. Luckily, the uncles were paying for it because I am flat broke. I got no money. And everything's like, this is a weird thing. The more expensive the food is, the less there is. They're like, yeah, try the duck. I'm like, I'll buy a duck. And the duck was 1 drumstick and like a small duck breast the size of essentially like a big meatball. Like, it was not very big. And there was like curry powder on the breast, and then the drumstick was really good. And like 3 potato pieces, that was it, for a lot of money. A lot of money. It was not much. And it's like, okay, yeah, I got 9 glasses of wine, and this is gonna somehow hold the tide. Okay. All right, eat this. Now, I'm eating with family. And every family's different, but this is a family that loves to party, enjoys themselves, like a table of 12, and we're just all enjoying ourselves. And if it's a family that trusts each other like we do, everyone shares their food. So I'm sharing the duck, someone's sharing venison, someone's sharing lamb, someone's sharing this lobster mac and cheese, someone's sharing gazpacho, and there's also like fries, which are really good, and there's like custom sauce and everything. So everyone's just sharing their damn food. And so I got to try a lot of good things, and they're all pretty good. It's just, holy crap, the price. You think about, like, the amount of food there was for the price. Like, you could probably live on a week of fast food. Now, of course, fast food, of course, is not good for you. But it's just interesting to see the difference in price and how much food you get on it. After the winery, they wanted to go to another winery that has a live band. So we went there, and they wanted to have sangria. And they bought me a sangria. Sangria is like wine with champagne and fruit. So 9 glasses of wine and a glass of sort of wine, because it's wine and champagne and fruit, so it's a sangria. Scarf is drinking way too much today on this day. Interesting day. But that happened. Family things happened, learning a lot about a family, learning a lot about my father, my uncles, my cousins. Everyone's just sharing stories. And this is the thing. This is a very long walk to get here, and that is, family's important. Now, we don't all have the same kind of family. Like, I have a big family. My like, 90% of the family tree is down where I am. So I get to see my family a lot, and we're all very close, and it's nice. And then when you hear, like, the uncles and aunts and such talk about different stories about things, and they would share fun stories, they'd share sad stories, because unfortunately, my grandparents are gone. So they would share stories about their parents, and it would be sad because they're not around, and it's just too bad, and all these things. And so there were sad moments, and then there were just funny moments, just hearing all these stories about different members of the family and things that they did. Like, I'll tell you this story. My uncle was a player in high school. He had 3 girlfriends at once. And this is a funny story because what happened. So he was like a counselor or something at a church in high school. And so they had a gathering. They had like a function or something, like some sort of like party thing. And all 3 of the girlfriends showed up. All 3 of them showed up. And he juggled them as best he could. He kept each one in a different area, and he entertained them a little bit, but he had to walk off and go see another one of them. But he was things like he had to go check on some, do some Bible reading or stuff like that. And he kept it together for a couple hours. This party was the whole night. But at about like 10 or 11, here's what happens when you have a party. People talk. People will mingle. 2 of them started talking. Like, and they got to know each other. Like, oh, hey, I'm here to see my boyfriend. Like, I'm here to see my boyfriend. Well, what's his name? Well, his name is my uncle's name. It's like, well, his name is this. Oh my God, the same name. That's cool. I was like, well, what's he doing? He's like, well, he's leading this Christian group here. It's like, oh, mine's leading the Christian group here. It's like, oh dear, they're starting to put 2 and 2 together. It's like, wait, what's his last name? So those 2 put 2 and 2 together, and he notices it. He's like, oh crap. And so he's like, okay, I got to get out of here. As he's leaving, the 3rd one catches him, and she's like, hey, and then the other 2 come up, and bam, he's done. All 3 girlfriends finding out the truth. Yeah, you're in trouble there. That's just what happened. And so he's like, whoops, he got not the best times on that one. Funny thing was, his future wife, my aunt, was also attending that party. And to my understanding, she actually saw that and had a good laugh at that situation. Because, like, yeah, you did a thing. You got your comeuppance on that one. And then years later, he met my aunt again, and they hooked up, and now they've been married for like 30 years. That's nice. But that's just a funny story to learn about my uncle. And just learning about other relatives with just different things. That's the thing. In life, we have a lot of experiences. We do a lot of things, and they affect who we are. But we don't really do them alone. No person's an island. Just whatever we do, it affects us and affects a bunch of other people. And who knows what interactions we have now will affect interactions later, and what interactions we don't have will affect interactions later as well. And so my whole thing is, life's a thing. We get older with time, and We'll have good times, we'll have bad times. What's important, I feel, is to learn from our times in the past and just go forward and do better and become better people. This is New Year's. Happy New Year's. Um, it's a whole new year. We're all a little bit older. Everyone's a little bit older. Like to stay young forever, but you can't, unfortunately, unless you're Dorian Gray. If you are, tell me your secret. But we get a bit older, we get a bit wiser, we also get a bit dumber. We always form opinions. Sometimes they're good ones, sometimes they're bad ones. That's just what it is. But life goes on. We go on with life, and we have great moments, we have sad moments, but we keep going on. We keep living, we keep existing, we just keep doing things, and we keep just going forward and just being alive and doing stuff. And I just shared a bit of my life with y'all just so you know a little bit. I hope you all had a great Christmas, or a Hanukkah, or a Kwanzaa, or you don't believe in any of those things, so you just had a good time during that period. What was it, Friday? I hope you had a good Thursday and Friday. And for New Year's, hope you had a great New Year's. If you don't believe in New Year's, I don't know what to tell you. That's weird. Unless you're Chinese and you believe in Chinese New Year's, so you're also weird. Burn the bridges. Happy Chinese New Year in a couple months. Just hope everyone had fun and had some good times. Not a lot of good times are had, though. Sometimes things just don't go so well. I'll share this. There was a lot of great times. Unfortunately, yesterday, my cousin and his wife had a big fight, and now they're going to get divorced. It was a big adventure of a day. And their argument turned into a domestic dispute, and the cops had to show up. So, yeah, that marriage is done. It's unfortunate, and that's life. A lot of good times, a lot of bad times. Sometimes it all happens in one day. My cousin had a roller coaster of a day. He was really enjoying himself teaching me how to shoot. He was really happy with his day, and then was having fun at the winery and everything and doing stuff. And then his wife had a little too much to drink, and then things went south the last couple hours of the day. And it was just the family giving him support and stuff, and cops. And now, like 99% chance of divorce, because things were really bad. So he had a roller coaster of a day right after New Year's, because, well, that was the 2nd of January. Holy crap. Life just goes on, and we deal with a lot of situations. Some are not so great, some are great. But that is life. And so, I wish you all a happy new year, and I hope you have a great year. We will try our best to have an amazing year, and a phenomenal year. 20,000 is doable. Would love to hit 50,000 instead. Would love to hit 100,000 instead. Would love to hit 1 million in 1 year. Be the greatest channel man has ever known. Also, woman has ever known as well. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's important to have doable resolutions, but also not exactly impossible, but resolutions you'd like to go for even further. Instead of going like, I'm gonna just lose all this weight, like 100 pounds if you're like a really large person, go for 10 pounds, maybe go for 20 pounds. And if you can reach that, then go further. Do a goal you can really do, because when you don't meet a goal, even though what's important is to learn from failure, if you don't meet a goal, sometimes people just get depressed over that. Do a manageable goal and be proud of succeeding in that goal. And don't get depressed if you fail. Now, I've talked enough there, but there you go. That right there is the vlog. The game is far over by now. It's got to be over by now. It was, if you saw it, like we were just wrecking. I think the problem was we wrecked too hard, like as a team, that it just wasn't usable as a main game because, well, not a lot happened. It was just, they just went down really easy, the enemy team. I think that's what happened there. But, that is the vlog right there. Thank you everyone for watching throughout the years and for your continued watching. Thank you to our patrons for donating to us. Thank you to people who donate things to us so we can give things to you guys and gals. Thank you to everyone in general for everything, for your likes, your dislikes, for your subs, for suggesting us to other people, for spreading the word. That is huge right there. Thank you to Jinx for all of her hard work. Without her, none of this would be possible. No freaking way would this be possible without Jinx. Thank you a lot to her. And thank you to me for whatever reasons. But there you go. That right there is the vlog. I had fun making it. I've been watching it. And that's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.